Hello everyone, we from Group 3 with the title Drama Reader to the Sea by John Millington Synge. Consists of Alvionina Amalia, Siti Fatimah, Erlin Nur Jannah, Annisa Roikatin Z.S and me, Yuli Kartika.
Summary. In an Iceland cottage off the coast of Ireland, three women wait for news. Maria is resting in an inner room. Her daughters, Kathleen and Nora, work on household tasks. Michelle, their brother, has been missing for days. As readers learn from Nora, Michelle is only the latest of Maria's sons to be lost to the sea that also claim her husband. Kathleen and Nora identify a drowned man's clothes as Michelle's, but hesitate to tell their mothers the dark truth. When their only surviving brothers Bertley enter the cottage, it is to announcement that he will be sailing the night. Bartley is determined to go to the horse fort in Connemara despite the bad weather. Maria is anxious, asking him, "What is the price of 1,000 horse against a run where there is one son only?" Bartley, however, continues to prepare for his journey. When he leaves, Maria will not give him her blessing.
Meaning, Reader to the Sea is an Irish drama by John Millington Synge. The drama tells the story of the problem of Irish society which depicts the tragedy experienced by an Irish woman who lost her husband and 5 children in the ocean. The story is based on a true story in the Aran Island. People living in Aran Island have to live an hard way. They have to fight and keep on living against nature. From this drama, we can see that Synge used drama as mirror of real life and put into word. This drama is more like a mirror of the real life that happened to people who live in the Aran Island. Maria felt a deep sadness in her armpit. His 5 sons and husband had to die in the middle of the ocean. This is the most tragic part which we can find in this drama. The reality of life that in the reflected through the background, which made me interested in doing research on the real life picture people living in the Aran Island as reflected in the Synge drama Reader to the Sea. Next theme. The main theme is John Millington Synge's drama Reader to the Sea is Power Sea. The sea is almost the giver and at the same time the taker of life for every resident who live being in the Aran Island. This is relevant through Maura word below. Kathleen, you don't right to leave that rope, partly hanging by the board. Partly take the rope. It will be waiting in this place. I am telling you. If Michelle is wanted up tomorrow morning or the next morning or any morning in the week, for it is a deep grave we will make him by the grace of God. From Maura's statement above, it can be stated that the sea is a never picky person to be the victim. The victim this time is Michelle, one of the most loved by Maura. The time that is also contained in the story is full of sadness. This is reflected in the following dialogue and expression of Maria's feeling. Maria, crying out as he is in the door. He's gone now, God's paras, and we will not see him again. He is gone now, and the black night, vowing I will have no son left me in the world. Maria's expression above really expresses the feeling of the mother will feel very sad to say goodbye to his son. Next setting. Number 1, background sign. The following is a statement in the drama Reader to the Sea which states that this drama is told in one of the Aran Islands. An island of the west or Ireland contains kitchen which net, oilskin spinning well, some new pork standing by the wall, and etc. Kathleen, a girl of about 20, finished kneading cake and put it down in the pot oven by the fire. The whips her hand and begins to spin at well. Nora, a young girl, put her head in the jar. In this statement, it is stated that the setting in this drama is next to west of the Ireland, judging from the geographical location of the Aran archipelago itself. Time background. Although in this drama itself, it's not explained in detail either through dialogue or narrative explanation regarding the time setting. It can be ascertained that the time setting in this drama is not much different from the time its drama was born. Early 1900 is the setting in this drama. We can tell by looking at the years it appeared his drama. This drama was first staged in 1904, saying that this drama is a drama inspired by the life of people who live on the island of Inismand. It can be concluded that the setting used in this early 1900. Weather background. The weather setting reflected in this drama is the weather setting that often occurs in Indonesia, the Aran Island. Strong wind causing hikes waves are well described in this drama. Nora, meaning bad, good, God help us. There are great roaring in the west and it's worse. It will be getting with the wind. She goes over to the table with the bundle. Shall I open it now? From the conversation above, we can see that the weather described in the drama Reader to the Sea is a reflection of the actual weather condition that occur in the real world. This extreme or dangerous weather is also caused by geographical location, the Aran archipelago itself, and which is a location in the outer part of Ireland and in the next, the Ocean Atlantic. Social background. The background of the social situation that can be seen in this drama, a reflection of the situation real social life of the Irish people in the Aran Island in real life. There are three parts of the social condition of Irish society, namely custom or habit, work, and mystical experience. Number 1. Custom or habit. This drama reflects the custom or habit that can be found from Irish people, especially those in the Aran Island. In the Aran Island, people who live, they have a very strong sense of community. So, when there is a family who grieving, neighbor or those around them will grieve. As can we see in the following statement, Maria has gone over and knelt down at the head of the table. The women are declining softly and swaying themselves with a slow movement. Kathleen and Nora knelt at the other end of the table. The men knelt near the door. This is proof that this drama reflects the life of the Island people very close around. They have a sense of sympathy for those around them who are experiencing disaster. Next, provision. Furthermore, this drama also reflects the work done by the people who live in the Aran Island. The following is a snippet of the dialogue that explains the work of men. Kathleen, looking at the anxiously. Did you ask him would he stop Bartley going to stay with the horse to the Galway fire? From this conversation, it could be seen that Bartley would be planning to go to Galway for the oration. So it can be seen that in this drama, it's the man who is in the charge of going to outside of the place origined. In this case, is Bartley character will be planning to go out of tune for some reason. The following is an extract from the dialogue that explains women's work. Nora picked up the truth and put it round the put oven. From the explanation above, it can be seen that a woman's job is cooking, processing food, or for consumption. So in this drama, we can find out that a woman's job in this drama is to cook or process food. And from the dialogue above, we can see that the male character and the women in this drama have different jobs. Men are the charge of going to sea and selling goods, while women are in the charge of cooking and looking after livestock. And in fact, women are only allowed to cook, tend to livestock and the horse, cook and make clothes. Women are not allowed at all to go to the sea or the sail because of that is the work of a man. Atmosphere background. In this drama, it is known that the atmosphere of sorrow and sadness in the main atmosphere conveyed by the author. The atmosphere or grief or sadness can be seen from the following dialogue. Maura said, in a low voice, but clearly, it is little the like of him now of the sea. Bartley will be loose now, and let you call in Ammon and make me a good coven out of the white port, for I won't live after them. I've had a husband and a husband father, and 6 sons in this house, 6 fine men. Though it was hard part, and I had with every one of them, and they coming to the world, and some of them were found, and some of them were not found. But they are gone now, the lot of them. There with Stephen and Saul were lost in the great find, and found after in the pie of the Gregory of the Golden Mount. and carry up to two of them of the one plug, and in the by the door. From this dialogue, it is told that the mother character, Maria, became very sad when she lost her husband, father-in-law, and 6 children in the middle of the ocean. Some atmosphere we can also find in the real life. The atmosphere of sadness and grief of a mother who loses her children and husband.
The main characters in Riders to the Sea are Maria, Nora, Kathleen, Bartley, and Michael. Maria is a mother and wife whose husband and 5th son died in the sea. Nora and Kathleen is Maria's daughter, and then Bartley, the last Maria's son, and then Michael is Maria's son who has been missing for a week in the sea. And there are also villagers who carry Bartley's body.
The plot of the play, Riders to the Sea. It's simple and complex, and there is no subplot of any kind it can be seen in the play that from the beginning to the end. The play is just about one family's tragedy because of the death of one of their male family members. The play does not include any unnecessary subplots to the end. The play begins with a conversation between Kathleen and Nora about telling their mother that they have a bundle of meatballs. This given by a young priest. They are also talking about Bartley's plan to go to the mainland. The play then goes forward seriously since Maria does not agree on Bartley leaving. She believes that Bartley will die too, and she will have no son anymore. But Bartley insists on his leaving to the mainland. Finally, Maury and his 2 daughters have to face the reality that what Maury has predicted really happened. There are some of their neighbors come to their house, bringing Bartley's dead body. Thus, it is very clear that this play does not have any subplots because the play flows from the beginning to the end without inserting any unrelated plot. The play does not tell about any other families. It just talks about one family's, for Maria families. The plot can also be analyzed based on its progress. The whole plot can be divided into 6 sections. The first section, it is about the conversation between Kathleen and Nora. They talk about their mother, whether they have to tell Maria about Michelle's things given by a young priest, and about telling their mother that Bartley is going to the mainland. It can be seen the following dialogue. In the second section, Bartley is coming to the house and giving some instruction to his 2 sisters. Here, Bartley decides to leave the house and goes to the mainland, but the mother and sisters do not know how to take care of everything. So before going to the mainland, Bartley instructs his 2 sisters to handle everything in their home during his leaving. The following dialogue will show us about how Bartley decides to leave the house and goes to the mainland. In the third section, Maria complains on Bartley's leaving. She does not want Bartley to go to the mainland. It's clearly pointed out in these following dialogues. So you can see under the dialogues how Maria complains on Bartley when leaving to go to the mainland. The fourth section tells about the delivery of bread and the spring well, as Kathleen has forgotten to hand over the cake to Bartley. She then urges her mother to carry a portion of the bread from the cake to a place called the spring well. and wait there for Bradley to pass on horseback. See the following dialogues. In the fifth section, Kathleen and Nora examine the bundle given by the young priest after Maria has gone out of the house. The two sisters open the bundle, examine the shirt and the stocking, and come to a conclusion that the clothes really belong to Michael, and it is that Michael's body that has been found in Donegal and been given a proper burial. The following dialogue will point it out, and you can see at my back. In the sixth section, Maria is coming back home and lamenting of the loss of family male members. Maria returns to the house without having handed over the bread to Bradley. She is waiting in the morning on being asked what is troubling her. She says that she had seen a most dreadful sight. She has seen Bradley riding the red mare, and that she has Michael riding the grey pony behind him. It will clearly be pointed out in the following dialogue.
Yes.
The seventh section is the last section. In this section, the people come to Maria's house with the body of Bradley. This section also shows Maria's acceptance of tragic life. Just at this time, a number of old women come to the house, all looking sad and mournful. They are followed by a group of men carrying something covered with a piece of a sail. What they are carrying is the dead body of Bradley, who, while getting into the boat, has been knocked down that sea by his grey pony and has been carted away by the wave. Bradley's dead body has been recovered from the sea and has now been brought to Maria's house. Maria's tragedy is now complete. Her last surviving sin is also gone forever. She says that all the male members of her family have left her and that she can do no further harm to her because has been told has already received and clean burial in Donegal. She will give Bradley a proper burial. What more can we want that then? No man at all can living forever, and we must be satisfied. She says it can be seen in the dialogue below. The conflict. And then the conflict on this drama is the mother's fear of losing her son because she is traumatic with the sea. The conflict belongs to external conflict because the conflict happens between Maria and the sea, even though she is afraid to lose her son, but the sea is always the trigger behind.
Point of view. Riders to the Sea by John Millington Synge is a play in one act that was originally performed in Dublin in 1904. The single scene is performed by four main characters and a small group of men and women who act as mourners and playing bearers when Bradley's body is returned. The scene is told from a third person, omniscient point of view in which the narration is done by an entity that knows the action and thoughts of all characters. This is evident as there are no first-person address used and the characters are all intimately known by the author. The perspective in this scene is fixed and doesn't change with subject matter or character introduction. The scene is clear and focused, with no question about who is telling story or the order of events as they occur. Language style. The language used in the play is realistic and is similar to the language used by the local people of the Irish island. Many lines are very poetic, as seen in the following lines said by Marina. May the Almighty could have mercy, everyone left living in the world. These lines have a stark, poignant beauty and acceptance of the inevitable cycle of life and death. The reassuring use of words and expressions, black night, black cliff, the pig with black feet, etc., creates an atmosphere of doom and apprehension. There is wondrous beauty in the speech of every character in this play. Synge has penned Maria's final lines with profound wisdom input with pathos. Michelle has a clean burial in the far north. By the grace of the Almighty God, Bentley will have a fine coffin out of the white bird, and a deep grave surely. What more can we want than that? No man at all can be living forever, and we must be selfish.
Mood and tones. In this story, we find two tones, namely serious and solemn. Why? Because it is based on the facts described in this story and also tells how sad and traumatized the characters in this story.
The message that can be taken from the story Riders to the Sea is that the mother blessing is very important to start something, and mothers should give their children the opportunity to choose their own path, and then must always sincerely accept God's timing.